Good morning, everyone. I'm in my living room. I've recorded this far too many times. I don't know why these look different colours, because they're not. I have my cats here. Frankie's here, Saja's there, Romy's there. And I feel like talking. I was watching this girl on YouTube a few weeks ago. I actually found her on Pinterest. I really enjoyed her content. It was very calm, very easygoing. I feel like I don't post on YouTube because I don't know what to say, and I didn't really know what I wanted to put out there, but I felt very intrigued by her content. It was calm, easygoing, simple, and I thought that's more me. So I've had things going on, and I feel like sharing because I have found that with where I'm at right now, it's almost as if one of my biggest pet peeves is when someone says like, you're not alone, there's other people out there who are going through the same thing, because I'm well aware there are other people going through the same thing, but it doesn't change the fact I feel almost lonely because there's no one around me going through this. So it's almost as if I have no one to speak to, even though I do. But sometimes, unfortunately, you need someone who's going through it over someone who hasn't been through it or isn't going through it and is just trying to help, because sometimes it just leaves you feeling more stuck than where you started. Even if I can't give you a solution, sometimes maybe this is just going to help you put feelings or names to the feelings. So let me just get on with it. But oh my god, I've recorded this so many times, so I've told this story so many times, and I'm sick of telling this story. It's sort of boring, but anyways, for the sake of understanding, I'll give you context. So, let me just blaze through it. At 14 years old, I was scouted to model. If you didn't know, I was a model. At 16 years old, I signed with an agency. I'm now 22. Last year, before I went travelling, at the end of last year, I left my agency. I left my agency because I wasn't getting enough work, and I felt as though a lot of brands wanted models to compete for the jobs, and I was sick of it because I've been in this industry nearly 10 years. Why do I have to keep proving myself? And why am I in competition with these girls? I should be building partnerships and friendships with them, not going head to head with them just because a brand wants that. I never wanted to model. I never wanted to be a model. It's not... I never thought about modelling. I never saw models on TV and thought, I want to do that. I did not care. But I was presented with the opportunity at 14 and I took it. I thought, why not? You might as well try everything once. And it worked out for me. Until it wasn't working out for me. And what you will find with modelling is you will go from being the most booked, so busy, you don't even have time to breathe, to nothing. There is no money, there is no job, there are no jobs, there's nothing going on. You'll find yourself going to casting after casting after casting after casting and getting nothing for it. And I was not in a position to keep... I found myself feeling stuck because I would get called to a casting in, say, London. I'm from a small town in West Yorkshire. A train from where I live down to London, I'm looking at sometimes £300. I'm not paying £300 for a ticket for a train to go down to London to be in a casting for 5 minutes to not get the job. And I wasn't in a position to just throw £300 around here, there and everywhere to not be making it back. You get what I'm saying? And brands did not like this, but I didn't like this because they wouldn't give me a virtual casting, but they would give other girls virtual castings. And I found myself feeling like, why am I never the exception? Why can they all do virtual castings when they live in Brighton? They live on the outskirts of London. Why can they do a virtual casting yet? You want to see me in person. And they didn't like that I wasn't prepared to just put everything on halt for them. But I know there are so many girls out there who would do it. But deep down, I've always wanted something different. So it was working for me at one point, and then it wasn't anymore. That's just how life is. I stopped, and I kind of faced the music, whatever the saying is, of this is actually what I want to do, and it's something completely different. But my issue is I am too scared to go for it because I don't know anyone else who's done it, and I don't know where to start. And like I said, because I'm from a small town and this is a creative industry, the chances of someone around me doing this are non-existent. I'm not saying there's people who don't do this from where I'm from, but I don't know them. So I don't know how to start, I don't know what to do, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm also so scared of failing, I'm too scared to go for it. So I'm just stuck in this loop. But I found myself in a position of I need to do something, because I'm just driving myself mad with not knowing how to start on what I want to do, but also everything around me is changing, so I need a bit of stability. I need something different, basically. So even though I left my agency at the end of last year, I haven't modelled through an agent for like 2 years. I was basically getting all my own work, and I thought, do you know what, maybe I should try modelling again. As much as it's not what I want to do forever, I can do it, and I do enjoy it when it's working out. And I'm in a position now where I can fully dedicate myself to doing it while I feel like almost I was hoping to sign with another agent and have something else going on, and then I could start picking up some confidence because I'd be around a wider variety of creatives again. Hopefully I would be able to start almost a hobby with what I want to do and then do them both. So I applied to an agency. I did my research and I found an agency I really liked the look of. And I didn't like any other agency I found. They just didn't fit for me. But this one I really liked the look of, and I thought I actually really want this. So I applied, and within not even an hour of me sending the email, they responded and asked could I go in that Friday for a meeting. So I was like, yeah. And I think this was like on a Tuesday or something. So anyways, Friday comes around, I go to Manchester, I go meet with them. I knew deep down I wasn't gonna get it. I 100% believe in manifesting and manifestation, but from past experience I have learned that it doesn't matter how much you manifest, if it's not meant for you, you're not gonna get it. You can sit and manifest every waking moment of every single day. You can spend every single second of the day manifesting something, but if it's not for you, you're not going to get it. So as much as I was manifesting that I would get it and I would sign to this agency and it'd all work out, I just knew so deep down I wasn't going to get it. And I ignored that. I was, doing the mind work of like, no, change my subconscious, I'm gonna get it, like, I am signed to them, no. I did it all, and I didn't get signed. And I wasn't upset that I didn't get signed. I was more upset that I don't know what to do now. I do know what I need to do. I need to do what I want to do. But like I said, I go in this circle of I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to do it. So I'm stuck. I was actually doing a shoot with my sister at her college, and I was waiting. So I did the casting on Friday. They said, we'll let you know by next Friday. This is the next Friday when I'm with my sister. And I was fine throughout the morning, but as the day went on and it got closer to like 6 p.m, I started getting a bit, where's the email? Where's the email saying I'm signed? The email never came because I didn't get signed. And that's fine. But I sat there and I cried. And again, not because I really wanted to be with them and I'm so distraught, but because, fuck, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I thought I'd be able to get a fresh start and I'd be able to restart and I'd build myself up again, and I can't. I don't know what to do now. My plan, as much as it was like, everyone's always like, don't put your eggs in the same basket. My eggs were in the same basket. I was just like, please just give me this one win, please. No. It didn't. And I actually saw a video last night, and it was a girl, and she'd been attacked by a dog, and the dog basically chewed into her arm bad. And I think she said something like, the doctor said there's a permanent imprint of the dog's tooth in her bone marrow in her arm, and if that gets infected or something, it could be fatal and they could have to remove her arm. I have a point. She starts saying that everything was almost taken from her. It was like her life stopped. She said she couldn't go back to work, like her whole job revolved around her using her hands. She was a hair and makeup artist and she couldn't use her hands. How can a hair and makeup artist not use their hands? She eventually got back to work, and she said it was like going back to, it was, what did she say? She said something, I wrote it down on my phone because I didn't have my notepad next to me, but she said something like, the life she had before, she was living a life that wasn't hers. And it was like, yes, I'm not in the same position as she is. But when I think of when I was modelling and I tried going back to it and I can't go back to it, it's like everything is stopping me from modelling. Which sounds almost ridiculous, but I'll get an email. And it's, hi, we're so-and-so from this brand, blah, 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 blah. We'd love to work together. What are your rates for however long shoot? I will respond, hi, I'm based here. You've got to consider travel, this, that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I will respond, and they will never respond back. Or they'll respond and be like, oh, we can't afford that. And it's like, I'm quoting you £50. But that's what I mean by, like, it's almost as if everything is stopping me from working out. Because I'm not meant to be doing this. So it's almost as if the universe is literally blocking every single chance I could possibly get because I'm not supposed to be doing it. I'm supposed to be doing something completely different, and because I'm not doing it, it's almost like I'm being forced into doing it. Because I try to find, I'll just do this instead to, like, work it out. No, you won't. You'll do what you need to do now. If we need to keep blocking everything, we will do. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Much as that is like, it is crushing having like rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection after failure after rejection after failure after. It is just like, can I please get a win? Because I know damn well that when I start doing what I want to do, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be so hard because, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no experience in it. I don't know anyone who can help me. No one can help me. So I'm going to have to make every mistake possible until it starts to work out. and I'm not really in a position where I feel strong enough to deal with it. And you know, you see these posts all the time and it's like, you know, it's not gonna get easier the longer you wait, or there's one and it says something like, the water's not gonna get any warmer if you wait to jump in or whatever. And I see it and it speaks to me, but at the same time it doesn't change the fact I don't know what I'm doing. Just because it's not gonna get easier doesn't mean that makes me feel better, knowing that it's never gonna get easier. It's almost as if there's nothing you can tell me that's making it better. I think the only thing that would make it better is if someone said, actually, do you know what? I've had a lot of opportunities come forward where I could have got my foot in the door of what I want to do. And it's just not worked out. I say there's been a lot of opportunities. There's been like 3, but they were stopped or like couldn't go ahead because of reasons outside of myself. It wasn't I said no, it was other things happened and it couldn't work. Because that's not how it's supposed to work out for me. It is so just... Please. Just give me a win, please. I can't keep doing this. The second she said it was like living a life that wasn't mine or a borrowed life, it just made so much sense, because that was 16-year-old me's life. Me at 22, I can't have that life back because it's not mine, it was hers. So it's not going to work. I also don't make it any easier for myself, because I won't say what I want to do. Even though it's the most ridiculous thing ever, because like, who really cares? Like, it's not that serious. I feel like I've been surrounded by a lot of doubt, which is so stupid, because I think arguably modelling is like... I don't want to say it's embarrassing, because it's not embarrassing, but I think it's arguably... This is my opinion, but I think it's more awkward to say I want to be a model than it is to say I want to do what it is that I want to do. Sorry if I've hurt anyone's feelings, sorry, I don't mean that, but I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings by saying that, but just... It's so stupid, and I'm not making it easier by not saying it. But at the same time, I 100% believe in myself that I can do it and I will never have to explain it to someone. I think also, being from a small town, all you hear kind of is, you've got to be realistic. Because these opportunities aren't just available, whereas now they're so much more accessible compared to when like my parents were younger. These were so out of reach because they just weren't available for small town people. It's not out of reach, and I know so deep down inside of me, like, whatever I want, I know 100%, I know myself so well, I know what I want. You're not going to stop me from getting it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the life I want. Nothing's going to stop me, and I'm not going to fail, because I'm just not. You've got to be kind of like insane. You've got to be I was going to say a bit delusional. You've got to be the most delusionalist person ever. I know that's not a word, but... And I know I'm not going to fail. I'm going to get it, because what else would I do? I have wanted this ever since I was teeny weeny, ever since I was tiny. This is always what I've wanted, and I'm going to get it. And that is why everything else around me isn't working, because that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing what I want to be doing. And failure is not an option. If you knew you weren't going to fail, what would you do? Something like that. Like, people always kind of use that with money. They always say, like, if you want to manifest money, it's always, you can't be stingy with money. And if you know you're going to have a lot of money, why are you stalling to spend it? Which I am cautious with people saying that, you know, you're going to tread lightly. You can't just advise that to everyone. But we're going to get it. You and I, everything isn't working for us because it's not what we're meant to be doing. But we're going to get there eventually. You and I, we're in this together.